So we're looking at the Sega Pico and how to run backups on it. So first off, you'll need a donor cartridge, and then you'll need to buy this thing that's in here, which is a Sega Pico flash cart extender thing. The one I bought has an EEPROM in it that has 8-in-1. It's got some dip switches to change between. It's got some stuff so you can change what cartridge you're loading and whether it's loading from the cartridge slot or the EEPROM. Cartridge slot is on the front. So this is technically a normal Mega Drive Genesis cartridge slot, so we can use these cartridges to flash the games to run on this. We are skipping ahead a little bit because I've already made this white version of the pages. To do that, I just measured up all the parts of the book and then made that in Illustrator and made 6 pages. So now all 6 pages flip back and forth. So now we can eject this one and put in the fake one. So here I've changed the dip switches to 8 and that loads this Tales music game. As I mentioned before, another way is just to use Mega Drive cartridges. So here I've got a Mega Drive cart and flasher, and then you just put it in there, plug it in your PC, and then you can send over a ROM to this. So when you're putting this in, you want to put it in face up, and then you want to change this from EEPROM to cart. On the flashing software you can also check how much RAM the game needs, and then these dip switches correspond to that. This one needs 4, so I need to put them all in the on position. And yep, if it works, I think we should have Pokemon running on a Sega platform, which is kind of cool. So here we're on the main screen, and then if we turn one of the pages, it reveals this IR sensor, and then we can go to different pages in the book. But on pages like this, we see there should be things up here that you can press, and it's just white, so you can't see what you're doing. So you could print a whole bunch of these and manually put them in every time, but that seems really time consuming. I have thought of making cartridges that kind of plug in here, so it replaces these rails, so you can just use one cart. But again, I've got something slightly more interesting, and that is one of these. This is an Android-based smart projector. The model doesn't matter. You can also use any projector. I just like these ones because they're really portable. So with a quick search for Storyware artwork, you'll find this page where you can download some of the books. Then I opened up Unity and asked ChatGPT to make me a thing that made number keys hide objects. That led to this when I'm pressing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I thought we might have to change the angle, so I added a way to kind of keystone correct as well. I added a few other features, but that's the gist of it. So now let's see what that looks like. So this is what the setup looks like. I've got this microphone stand with the projector on there, and then the book projecting on there. But I've also made a menu with a whole bunch of the different games that you can load. So here I'm just going to select Tales, and we can see the Tales page shows up. And then if I press, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my little wireless controller, I can swap between all the different pages. So now we can see it's slightly misaligned, but it's enough that if you click generally the right place, you can do what you're supposed to do. There is supposed to be some of the pages have stuff on the bottom. I've not figured out how to do that yet. We do a fill. It's not a fill, it's just a big brush. You gotta love that slow fill. As I said, I did add a few different types of games, so we'll try Music Zoo. Loads up pretty quick. It's really weird not having these actually communicate with each other. It would be really cool if I could figure out a way to send these signals back to the projector so it knows what page it's on as well. But that's maybe something slightly further down the line. As you see here, as we change the pages, these things match up pretty close. So what do you think? Is this a reasonable way to emulate the pages on the Sega Pico? Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!